Welcome back to the channel, Modeling Maestro here. I'm an Amazon associate. That means if you use the Amazon links in my video descriptions to purchase kits, tools, or equipment featured on the channel, I will earn a small commission, at no extra cost to you. It's a simple way to support this channel while picking up the items that you already need. Work continues on the Tamiya F-14A in 1/48 scale. I airbrushed a few coats of white on the surfaces that make up the main gear wheel wells. Normally I would wait until the model has been put together to start painting these areas. However, the construction of the walls of the wells permitted that the pieces could be painted separately. The inside of the panels that attach to the intakes also receive a white color. Next, the panels were attached with Tamiya extra thin cement to the top portion of the fuselage. The walls of the wheel wells were then constructed in a hexagonal shape and attached to the wheel wells. These pieces all fit very well. Next, it was time to construct the interior of the fuselage, where the wing connector would be attached. This kit provides the option to show the wings as swept back or fully extended. I will leave the wings swept back, but I love that Tamiya designed the wings such that they could be removed and attached at any point during or after the build. These movable pieces are attached with washers, screws, and nuts, all provided in the kit. A simple Phillips head screwdriver was needed to set the screws in place. Take care to ensure that the teeth of the gears are all in the proper position as stated in the instructions. Next, I attached the rear portion of the upper fuselage half. Then, I attached the two fuselage wing halves together and mated them with Tamiya extra thin cement. I continued to apply the glue all around the fuselage. Once the interior of the intakes was painted white and the engine fans were painted, I attached the pieces together. The body of the aircraft just seemed to fall together. The fit was just excellent. After mating the two wing halves, a seam is created along the flaps of the main wing. According to my references, this should be filled. I like to use CA glue and sanding sticks to fill gaps like these. I purchased a set of 3D decals from Babibi Model. I have used 3D decals from this company before and really liked the product. However, this set looks quite pixelated. I will attempt to fix this later on. The cockpit color was carefully mixed with Tamiya paints to match my references. However, the 3D decal set included areas beyond the black control panel. These gray areas did not match my painted colors, so I removed them with a blade. White glue is used to adhere these decals to the surface. After the 3D decals dried, I sprayed the cockpit with Tamiya gloss. Once the gloss was dry, I added a wash. My preferred wash is a mixture of Winsor & Newton artist oils thinned with turpenoid. I use a black color with tints of white to create a dirtier gray color. A pure black wash against the cockpit color would look just too unrealistic. I apply the wash with a soft brush. I find that the more turpenoid that is applied to the oils, the faster the wash dries. However, the pigment may be weaker and more likely to lift out of the crevices and panel lines when it's dried. You will know when the oil wash is dry when it takes on a flat appearance. If it is glossy, it's still wet. Once the wash is dried, I use Q-tips to gently remove the excess from the surfaces, leaving the remnants in the panel lines and other details. The cockpit then gets attached to the nose gear wheel well that I finished in the previous video. You will see in the video that I added a weight in the nose of the model. This was just a precaution and is not asked for in the instructions. Next, I painted the interior of the engine nozzles white and started to weather their interior. Returning to Winsor & Newton artist oils, I loaded up the bottom of each tube with pigment. Then, with a Q-tip, I pulled the paint up toward the opening. Once this dried, I sprayed the work with Tamiya Flat Clear. This step secured the work as a base for the weathering to come next. Next, I added some more oil mix along the walls of the tubes. Then with a clean Q-tip, wiped away the pigment to create the impression of thin streaks. Finally, all of this work received one more coat of Tamiya Flat Clear to seal everything in. This effect matches my references well. Well, that does it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this content, please leave a like, leave a comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.